Hello and welcome to TBC News Investigates. I'm Dan Ikpoyi. For some time now, there have been murders, lynching, mob attacks and jungle justice in Nigeria's Delta region. And in early October 2012, Nigerians woke up to discover they had lost 4 more young citizens to the menace. On that day, Rivers State stood still following the gruesome murders of 4 University of Port Harcourt undergraduates. TBC News Investigates Dan Ikpoyi visited Umokiri village where the shocking acts took place.
Port Harcourt, the largest city in Nigeria's South-South region. It is economically the fastest growing city in Nigeria, popularly referred to as the Garden City because of its well-manicured green landscape. Port Harcourt is well endowed with natural resources and infrastructure. The 2006 Nigerian census puts the population of Port Harcourt's urban area to close to 1.5 million. But the brutal murders of 4 undergraduates in that area have reduced that figure by 4. Like every other state, pockets of violence exist that keep security operatives busy. But the incident of Friday, October the 5th, 2012, is one that will not be forgotten in a hurry by affected families. The University of Port Harcourt and the people of Rivers State also share in the grief.
A call came in from a friend, a member of my church. So she called and asked, where is your son? I said, he's in school. He said, okay, that somebody just called her, that she saw him with his friends, that they were taking it, that she now sent me the girl's number, the lady's number. So I called the girl. She said that they were going to, yes, that as she was going to class, she saw where they were parading them, that they were going to kill them. I said, kill, okay. I mean, my son had never done anything for me to worry, like, you know, there are some kids are troublesome that, you know, each time you see they get into a fight or whatever. Nothing like that has ever happened. You know, he has never given me cause to like worry, you know. So, you know, the thought of they were going to kill them for, you know.
Chiadika Biringa, Lloyd Tokumike, Tekena Elkana, and Ogona Obuzo were friends, first sons of their parents, and students at the University of Port Harcourt. The 4 were also roommates at some point. They were young men with dreams and high hopes, but despite the harsh condition in that society, they were murdered at Umokiri, Aluu in Ikwerre local government area of the state. On that fateful day, the news filtered in like a rumor, but before long, confirmation came. 4 families had lost their children. Although various versions of what led to their death have been told, the most commonly told story goes like this.
What happened was somebody was being owed money and they went to collect the money. Now this is the story that is on ground, and in the process of the argument, the kids were accused of having stolen something, and then in that process they were killed. Now for me, these are facts that the courts should bring out, what really happened and what led to the death of these children. Now, the internet age is what has given us the opportunity to record what happened to these children.
So when we got to the place, you know, where we saw a lot of, you know, people gathered around. I was actually scared to go in, you know. I couldn't, but we went. There were army people and all that. I had to walk around. My husband went in. He couldn't recognize our boy, but he had already killed them, burnt them alive, 4 of them. Ugona's head, you know, was bashed in, as in you can see the what is it? The brain splattered everywhere. So I walked around. I saw my son. I couldn't do anything. So at that moment, I raised my hands up and I just said, Father, I thank you because your word says in every situation we should give you praise. I thank you because you gave me this child. I never went anywhere to take him. You blessed me with this child. If it is your will. That was when, all the people that were there, that stood there watching. The whole place was like calm. It's like at that point in time, they now knew these kids belonged to people. They were human beings. They were not animals.
In primary school, Lloyd was a brilliant student who earned double promotion from class 4 to 6. He later attended New Covenant Secondary School, Borokeri, Port Harcourt, where he met one of his childhood friends, the late Tekena Elkanah. He later transferred to the Niger Delta Science School, where he met his roommate, soulmate and closest friend, late Ugonna Obuzo. Lloyd was the winner of the 3rd edition of a musical show for upcoming artists in the States.
Instead it be sleep, let it be hate, let it degrade, let it be deep. Some others should weep, some others should keep the memory of the way that I died, and maybe a change. Some other can try, at least we can lie, at least we can hope, at least we can say tomorrow is better, it won't be today. Some other can pray, some other can fight the wrong done to me, some other can right. Then maybe my death can save some other life, for then I would gladly give another life. Yeah. Let it be worth, let it be so, some other can live, let it be birth. Yeah, as I am hurt, as I pass, let it be last, let it be first. Yeah, don't let them forget, the only regret is that we relent, we all should repent. Yeah, if I die alone, let it be more than dying alone. The reason I'm gone, the reason I'm gone. Yeah.
On that fateful October day in 2012, the 4 undergraduates were brutally beaten and paraded around the community before they were finally burnt to death over allegations of theft and later cultism. The video, which has been played as evidence more than 3 times before the trial court, showed how the boys begged to no avail for their lives to be spared.
Immediately I saw it, I just couldn't rest. I was so touched by it that I started to look for the parents of the children. I wanted to know where the thing happened so that I could physically go down there, and I was able to trace the parents and identify the parents. Whichever way you look at it, murder is not justified. And that's why it's a crime all over the world. Murder is a crime. Now, in this particular instance, the stories are here and there, but it is not the story itself that is the issue. What is the issue here is that 4 young children, anybody's children, were murdered in broad daylight in a most horrific way. We're condemning what they did in South Africa. That was exactly what they did to those young men.
The notion that is being spread out is that, oh, these boys were cultists. Even if you think a person is a cultist, that is not the best way to handle the matter. Because to kill a person, in a way, like they say, there must be a commensurate crime. I don't think anybody died. Nobody was harmed, nobody was hurt. They were only accused of being cultists and criminals, for the mere reason that they were accused of also stealing a laptop. You can imagine how petty the allegations were. And so whatever it was that the boys stood for, the message that goes with that is that dead men don't talk. These boys are not here to speak for themselves. So you can't even judge them.
Because they were popular guys. They were growing in their music. I think it's just envy. Because most of the people that killed these boys, some of them were bike drivers. One of the guys is a bookbinder in uniform there. Bookbinder.
The suspects, Lawal Shegun, ex-Sergeant Lucky Oji, Ikechukwu Louis, David Chinasa Ogbada, Abiodun Yusufu, Joshua Ekpe, Abang Cyril, and John Aluu are charged on 4 counts under the state's criminal laws. Alhaji Azan Welema, the community's traditional ruler, Ogokhiro Endurance, Ozioma Abajo, and Chigozie Evans Samuel are also charged with 4 counts of negligence for refusing to prevent by all reasonable means when felony murder was being committed. They are currently on bail.
That video clip has to be revisited. A lot of people there, their faces are still there. They are still Nigerians. So if we were developed to the point of having a biometric identity situation and all that, I think it should have been easy to have arrested most of them. They get to tell us where they're coming from. And funny enough, but for the only chief, the chief of the community, Chief Hassan Welewa, Chief Alhaji Hassan Welewa, that was arrested and all that, there's no member of Aluu, all the 9 clans or more person that was arrested. They were not part of that crowd. They were not even part of this thing. Nobody was charged to court apart from Chief Hassan Welewa. And his own case, everybody knows. Now he's still on court bail, no doubt. The matter is still going on. So nobody. As to tell you that where this thing happened, there is no natives of Aluu that stays very close there. 100% people who have come to help us develop this part of the world. They bought properties, set up hostels, residential houses and all that. It happened within their own area. We call such places satellite communities in Aluu, where 100% people came. You can't find any indigenous person there. And they live. They have their own way of governing themselves. They have a way of managing themselves and all that, their own peculiar security. That's what this thing happened. If it has happened where you have some indigenous people and all that, only God knows whether it had even happened at all.
You not tell me the community leader as a king, you're there and something like that is happening in your domain. That you're not aware of it. You don't know. I don't know. I'm just asking. I don't know. So if he says that, if he says that no member of the Aluu community, then he knows the people that are part of it. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from. For somebody to say, none of my pikin, my children, no dey there, that means you know the people where they there now. If you know exactly, you're very sure that nobody from Aluu is there. But whether not strangers or whatever, it happened in your community. It's in your community, for crying out loud.
I don't know anything.
This is Umokure, one of the villages that make up the Aluu clan. All efforts to make people around recount the experiences of October 5th, 2012 have proved abortive. They all claim they were not around when the incident took place, saying they just moved here.
I'm not residing in this area. I just came to visit my friend.
I just came here last year, sir. I wasn't around.
How come everybody around here just came here?
You know, the place was, according to what I heard, they said the place was kind of dried. Everyone that was here moved out. So just last year, like, people, by then I was in Lagos actually.